When Taylor Swift gave Donna Kelce her 73rd birthday gift, Travis's mother was moved to tears, but what she said next shocked everyone in the room. "You're a real daughter to me now," Donna whispered, and those words would change Taylor's place in the Kelce family forever. Sometimes the most meaningful gifts aren't the most expensive ones. This is how one thoughtful present transformed a future mother-in-law relationship into something deeper. March 5th, 2026, 2:30 p.m. Almost 5 months ago, Taylor Swift realized she had a problem. October 9th was circled in red on her calendar, Donna Kelce's 73rd birthday, and she had absolutely no idea what to give the woman who would soon be her mother-in-law. What do you buy for someone who's raised 2 NFL stars, survived single motherhood, and seems to need nothing? Donna had comfortable finances, a closet full of beautiful jewelry, and enough Chiefs merchandise to stock a small store. Taylor had been racking her brain for weeks, even consulting her mother Andrea for ideas. Every suggestion felt wrong, too expensive, too impersonal, too obviously chosen by an assistant. She wanted something that would show Donna she'd been paying attention, that she genuinely cared about the person behind the football mom persona. The answer came from an unexpected conversation with Travis on a quiet September evening while they were making dinner in their Nashville kitchen. "Tell me something about your mom that most people don't know," Taylor asked as she chopped vegetables while Travis stirred pasta sauce. Travis set down his spoon, looking thoughtful. "Most people see this tough football mom who never missed a game, you know? But she wanted to be a nurse when she was young. That was her dream before she had kids." Taylor stopped chopping, giving him her full attention. "What happened?" "Life happened. After the divorce, she was working 2 jobs just to keep Jason and me fed. There was a period when she was cleaning office buildings at night and working retail during the day. Nursing school was expensive, and there was no money for dreams when she was barely covering rent." Travis smiled sadly. "She still talks about it sometimes when we're watching medical shows. Says things like, 'I always wondered what it would have been like,' or 'I think I would have been good at that.'" Travis continued stirring, lost in the memory. "She used to patch us up when we got hurt playing football in the backyard. Nothing serious, just scraped knees and bruised elbows, but she'd make this whole production out of it. Clean the wound, apply antiseptic, bandage it up perfectly. She'd tell us stories while she worked about how nurses were like superheroes who helped people feel better. That conversation planted a seed that grew into the perfect plan." Taylor spent the next 2 weeks in research mode. She learned about nursing education costs, scholarship programs, and the specific challenges facing single mothers pursuing healthcare degrees. Her business manager initially thought she'd lost her mind when she explained her idea, but Taylor was determined. Working with lawyers and education consultants, Taylor established the Donna Kelce Nursing Scholarship Fund, designed to provide full tuition, books, and living expenses for young women from single-parent households pursuing nursing degrees. But the scholarship was only part of the gift. Taylor wanted something tangible, something Donna could hold and treasure every day. After hours of searching antique stores and online auctions, Taylor found the perfect companion piece, a 1940s Hamilton nurse's watch with a pristine white face, clear numbering, and a sturdy silver pin chain. The watch had been designed specifically for nurses, with features that made it easy to check pulse rates and medication timing. It was exactly what Donna might have worn if she'd achieved her dream of working in pediatric wards. Taylor had the watch professionally restored and researched its history. She learned that Hamilton had created these timepieces during World War II when the demand for skilled nurses was at its highest. Something about that felt right, honoring a woman who had served her family with the same dedication that wartime nurses had served their patients. The final element was the most personal, a handwritten letter expressing everything Taylor felt about the woman who had raised the man she loved. Taylor went through 4 drafts before she found the right words, the right tone that felt sincere without being overly sentimental. October 9th, 2025 arrived with crisp autumn air and golden Kansas City sunshine. Taylor had barely slept the night before, second-guessing every element of her gift. What if Donna didn't understand the watch reference? What if the scholarship felt too impersonal? What if the letter was too emotional for a relationship that was still developing? The Kelce family had gathered at Jason and Kylie's house for the celebration. The space was warm and inviting, filled with the comfortable chaos that comes with 4 young children and multiple generations under one roof. Wyatt and Elliot had spent the afternoon making paper decorations, and Bennett kept trying to help by redistributing the birthday napkins throughout the house. Donna looked radiant in a burgundy sweater, laughing as her granddaughters presented her with handmade cards and artwork. The coffee table was covered with gifts wrapped in bright paper, and the remnants of of a chocolate cake that the girls had helped Kylie decorate. Taylor watched the family interactions with keen observation. She noticed how Donna made each granddaughter feel special when opening their gifts, asking detailed questions about their artwork and reading every card aloud. She saw how Travis and Jason still competed slightly for their mother's attention, each wanting to make her laugh the hardest. As the gift opening continued, Taylor's stomach churned with nervous energy. Her elaborately wrapped navy box sat waiting until last. "All right, Mom, time for the final present," Travis announced, his arm around Taylor's shoulders. "This one's from Taylor." The room quieted slightly as Taylor handed over the elegant box tied with silver ribbon. Even the children seemed to sense this was a significant moment. "Donna, I wanted to give you something that honored who you are as your own person, not just as Travis's mother," Taylor said, her voice steadier than she felt inside. Donna accepted the gift with both hands, her expression already soft with emotion. She carefully untied the ribbon with the deliberate patience that mothers develop. Inside, she found a velvet jewelry case, an official document folder, and a sealed envelope with her name written in Taylor's careful handwriting. She opened the jewelry case first, revealing the vintage watch nestled against dark blue silk. The room collectively held its breath as she lifted the delicate timepiece, examining the pristine white face. "Oh my," Donna whispered, her voice already thick with emotion. "This is beautiful, honey. It looks like something from the 1940s, Taylor finished gently. "It's an authentic Hamilton nurse's watch, designed specifically for healthcare professionals. Travis told me about your dream of working in pediatrics, and I thought you should have the watch you would have worn." Donna's fingers traced the silver chain, her expression shifting from surprise to something deeper as the significance registered. Travis leaned over his mother's shoulder, his own eyes widening as he recognized the connection Taylor had made. "Taylor, this is incredible," he said softly. But Donna's attention had already moved to the official document folder. As she opened it and began reading, her expression transformed completely. "The Donna Kelce Nursing Scholarship Fund." Donna read aloud, her voice growing shakier with each word. "Established to provide full educational support for young women from single-parent households pursuing nursing degrees." She looked up at Taylor, her eyes bright with unshed tears. "Honey, what does this mean?" "It means that other young women won't have to choose between their dreams and taking care of their families," Taylor explained. "You couldn't pursue nursing because you were making sure Travis and Jason could pursue their dreams. This scholarship ensures that other mothers and daughters can have both." "Taylor, you didn't have to do this," Travis said, his voice thick with emotion. "I wanted to," Taylor replied, looking directly at Donna. "Your sacrifice deserves to be honored, not forgotten." Donna set down the document with trembling hands and reached for the final element, the sealed envelope. "Would you read it aloud, dear? I want everyone to hear this." Taylor took the letter, her own hands unsteady, and began to read. "Dear Donna, when I first met you, I was desperate for your approval because I loved your son and needed you to love me too. But as I've gotten to know you, I've realized that was backwards. I should have been focused on learning about the incredible woman who shaped Travis into the man I'm going to marry. He talks about you constantly, not just as his mother, but as his hero. You worked multiple jobs to keep them fed and housed. You drove hours to their games and never missed one. You taught them that strength doesn't mean hardness and kindness doesn't mean weakness. What moves me most is learning about the dreams you set aside to make their dreams possible. You wanted to heal children in hospital wards, but instead you healed two little boys who would grow up to heal others through their kindness and strength. You couldn't become the nurse you dreamed of being, but you became something even more remarkable. You became the mother who raised men who make the world better just by being in it. This scholarship can't give you back those lost years, but it ensures your dream lives on. When you wear this watch, remember that you did become a healer after all. You healed your son's wounds, helped them grow into extraordinary men, and now you're going to help future nurses heal the world. Thank you for raising the man who makes me laugh every day and feel completely loved. Thank you for showing him that strong women deserve celebration, not fear. And thank you for welcoming me into your family even when it meant sharing your private world with public scrutiny. I hope this is the first of many birthdays we celebrate together, not as in-laws, but as family. All my love, Taylor." The living room fell completely silent except for baby Finley's soft babbling and the distant sound of neighborhood children playing. Even Wyatt and Elliot had stopped their usual chatter, sensing the emotional weight of the moment. Donna set the letter down and simply looked at Taylor for a long moment, her eyes bright with tears that hadn't quite spilled over. Then she stood up and walked directly to Taylor, her arms already opening. The hug that followed was fierce and lasting, the kind that communicates everything words cannot. Taylor felt Donna's arms tighten around her, felt the moment when something fundamental shifted between them. "You're a real daughter to me now," Donna whispered against Taylor's ear, her voice thick with emotion. The words hung in the air like a benediction, settling over the room with the weight of absolute truth. Not "like a daughter," or "almost a daughter," or "Travis's girlfriend who we adore." A real daughter. When they separated, Taylor saw that Travis was crying openly, not even attempting to hide his emotion. Jason was shaking his head with amazed respect, one hand over his heart. Kylie was wiping her own eyes while trying to keep Bennett from climbing onto the gift table. "Taylor," Jason said, his voice gruff with feeling. "That's the most thoughtful gift I've ever seen anyone give. Mom's going to wear that watch every single day for the rest of her life. And she's going to tell absolutely everyone about her scholarship," Travis added, moving to stand beside Taylor and his mother. "She'll probably have business cards printed up by Monday." Donna laughed through her tears, still clutching the watch and scholarship document. "I can't believe you listened to Travis's silly stories about his old mother and turned them into something so beautiful." "They weren't silly stories," Taylor said firmly. "Every time Travis talks about you, he's telling a love story about the woman who shaped his entire world. Those stories taught me who you really are." The rest of the evening transformed into something warmer and more intimate than any family gathering Taylor had experienced. The conversation flowed differently, the laughter came easier, and Taylor felt herself relaxing in a way she rarely could around new people. She wasn't performing anymore. She was just Taylor, Donna's real daughter, Travis's fiancée, part of the family fabric. During dessert, Donna kept glancing down at the watch she'd immediately pinned to her sweater, running her fingers over the smooth silver surface. She asked Taylor detailed questions about the scholarship, how it would be administered, what the application process would look like, whether she could be involved in selecting recipients. "I've been thinking about what I want to do with my retirement years," Donna said as the evening wound down. "This gives me something meaningful to focus on." As the family began cleaning up, Donna pulled Taylor aside for a private moment in Jason's kitchen. "That letter you wrote," Donna said quietly. "You said you hoped this would be the first of many birthdays we'd celebrate together. I want you to know that as far as I'm concerned, you're family now, not because you're marrying Travis, but because of who you are as a person. That means everything to me," Taylor replied, meaning it with her entire heart. "And that scholarship, I want to be deeply involved. I want to meet these girls, maybe mentor them through their programs if they'd like. You didn't just give me a beautiful gift, you gave me a purpose for this next chapter of my life." When Travis proposed 6 weeks later on August 26th in their Kansas City backyard, Donna was one of their first phone calls. Her response was immediate. "Well, of course he proposed. He'd be an idiot to let you go after what you did for my birthday. When's the wedding? I need to start planning." The engagement announcement made international headlines, but for Taylor, the most meaningful response came in a text from Donna. "Welcome to the family officially, my daughter. Can't wait to help you plan the most beautiful wedding. Love you." March 5th, 2026. Looking back on that October evening almost 5 months ago, Taylor understands that Donna's 73rd birthday was the night she truly became a Kelce, not through engagement announcements, ring photos, or public declarations, but through the simple act of seeing someone clearly and honoring what she found. The Donna Kelce Nursing Scholarship has already received over 200 applications for its first year. The selection process involved Donna directly, and she spent hours reading personal essays and conducting interviews with finalists. The inaugural recipient is Maria Santos, a 19-year-old from Kansas City whose single mother works 2 jobs to support her family. Maria dreams of pediatric oncology, and her application essay about wanting to help children fight cancer moved both Taylor and Donna to tears. Donna has been texting with Maria regularly, offering encouragement and practical advice as she navigates nursing school. They meet for coffee every few weeks, and Maria has told friends that having Donna as a mentor feels like having a grandmother who genuinely believes in her dreams. The vintage watch hasn't left Donna's wrist since October 9th. She wears it with everything: Chiefs jerseys, elegant dresses, casual sweaters. Whenever someone compliments it, Donna tells them about her daughter-in-law who saw her hard and honored her forgotten dreams. But Donna keeps Taylor's letter in her jewelry box, folded carefully between tissue paper. Travis has caught her reading it on multiple occasions. Early mornings with coffee, quiet Sunday afternoons, late evenings when the house is peaceful. "Sometimes I still can't believe she did all that," Donna told Travis recently. "The scholarship, the watch, that beautiful letter. But mostly I can't believe how deeply she listened. Most people hear the surface of a story, but Taylor heard my heart." Taylor has learned that sometimes the most meaningful gifts aren't the ones we give, but the ones we receive in return. That October evening, she gave Donna recognition that her sacrifices mattered, her dreams were valid, and her love had created something beautiful in the world. In return, Donna gave Taylor something invaluable: unconditional acceptance into a family that had learned to be protective of their love. "You're a real daughter to me now." Those words still make Taylor's heart swell because being claimed by Donna Kelce meant being seen as worthy of a love that doesn't depend on performance, success, or public approval. It meant being chosen by someone who knows the difference between genuine kindness and calculated generosity, who can spot authenticity from a mile away because she's raised 2 sons in the spotlight. And in Donna's eyes, after that October evening, Taylor had proven herself to be absolutely genuine. What do you think about Taylor's approach to honoring someone's forgotten dreams? Have you ever received a gift that made you feel truly understood? Share your thoughts below, because the most meaningful presents aren't about money spent, but about love expressed through careful listening. If this story reminded you that the best gifts come from seeing people for who they really are, hit that like button and subscribe for more stories about the moments that transform relationships into family.